Good evening, and welcome to Daily Top Bulletin, bringing you the top 10 current affairs headlines in the most simple, clear, and exam-focused format for UPSC and competitive exams. Every headline is carefully selected to keep your preparation ahead of the competition. Let's begin with today's top 10 news. May 27th, 2026.
Un cabinet approuve Sartec PDS Shem.
What happened? The Union Cabinet approved a major umbrella scheme named Sarthak PDS, Scheme for Assistance in Ration Transport and Handling Income with Automation in PDS, with an outlay of 25,530 Indian rupees crores to modernize ration distribution. Key facts to remember. Integration. It merges two existing programs, the Infrastructure Assistance for Intrastate Grain Movement/Fair Price Shop Dealer Margins, and the technology-driven Smart PDS scheme. Timeline. Aligned with the 16th Finance Commission awards cycle, it will be implemented for 5 years, April 2026 to March 2031. Objective. Directly financially supports state governments to meet logistics costs of moving food grains from FCI godowns to fair price shops, reinforcing the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, PMGKY. 2. India and Cyprus elevate ties to strategic partnership. What happened? During the official state visit of Cyprus President Nikos Christodoulides to New Delhi, India and Cyprus formally upgraded their bilateral relations to a strategic partnership. Key facts to remember. Geopolitical value. Cyprus provides India a critical strategic anchor in the Eastern Mediterranean region and acts as an entry point to Europe and West Asia trade connectivity. Key sectors. Upgraded cooperation covers maritime connectivity, defense industrial collaboration, space research, cybersecurity, and financial digital technologies. Connectivity. The partnership emphasizes integration with the India-Middle East-Europe Economic Corridor (IMEC) initiative. 3. Launch of PMAJY portal and mobile app. What happened? The Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment launched the dedicated PMAJY portal and AJY mobile app to transition welfare deliveries into fully digital frameworks. Key facts to remember. The scheme, Pradhan Mantri Anusukit Jati Abhyuday Yojana, PMAJY, is a centrally sponsored scheme aimed at the socio-economic upliftment of scheduled castes, SCs. 3 integrated components. It fuses 3 erstwhile schemes, Pradhan Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana, PMAJY, Special Central Assistance to Scheduled Caste Subplan, SCA to SCSB, and Babu Jajivan Ram Chhatrawas Yojana, Hostel Infrastructure. Tech impact. The portal enables real-time monitoring of village infrastructure development, skilled training grants, and direct benefit asset allocation. 4. Third India-Nordic Summit strengthens green alliances. What happened? Prime Minister Narendra Modi engaged with leaders of the Nordic nations to review progress under the multilateral frameworks, prioritizing clean tech and maritime stability. Key facts to remember. Nordic countries comprises Denmark, Finland, Iceland, Norway, and Sweden. Green Strategic Core. Key pact renewals focused heavily on offshore wind energy, green hydrogen, sustainable shipping, and polar scientific research in the Arctic region. Geopolitics. Deliberations emphasize securing global sea lines of communication and building diversified supply chains in semiconductor systems and green manufacturing. 5. SEBI tightens ex-dividend and record date disclosures. What happened? A massive wave of high-value corporate actions, including blue-chip entities like ITC and Page Industries hitting their record dates simultaneously on May 27th, led markets to review strict settlement timelines under the T+1 settlement system. Key facts to remember. A ex-dividend date. The day on which a stock starts trading without the value of its next dividend payment. A record date. The cutoff date set by the company to determine which shareholders are eligible to receive the dividend. Under India's current T+1 regime, the ex-date and record date usually coincide on the same day, requiring precise operational compliance by depositories, NSDL/CDSL. 6. Escalation in the Strait of Hormuz disrupts energy supply chains. What happened? Fresh military tensions and retaliatory strikes involving the United States and Iran near the strategic Strait of Hormuz triggered a 4% volatility surge in international Brent crude prices, nearing $98 a barrel. Key facts to remember. Choke point geography. The Strait of Hormuz connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Sea. It is the world's most critical oil transit choke point, handling over 20% of global petroleum consumption. Strategic impact on India. India imports over 80% of its crude oil. Instability here severely strains India's current account deficit, CAD, and threatens domestic energy security. 7. DPIT releases guidelines for Bhavya scheme. What happened? The Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, DPIT, officially released the operational implementation guidelines for the newly structured Bhavya scheme. Key facts to remember. Mandate. Bhavya focuses on fostering localized manufacturing clusters, driving industrial design registration, and enhancing the ease of doing business for domestic micro and small manufacturing units. Nodal agency. It operates under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, linking regional industrial hubs to global supply networks. 8. High-level diplomatic conclave. Quad foreign ministers and envoys meet in New Delhi. What happened? Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong, along with high-level diplomatic contingents from Japan and the United States, held bilateral meetings with the Indian leadership to anchor maritime domain awareness, MDA. Key facts to remember. The Quad, an informal strategic forum comprising India, the US, Japan, and Australia. Focus area. Geopolitics focused directly on mitigating supply chain vulnerabilities in the Indo-Pacific, establishing integrated humanitarian assistance pathways, and managing regional fallout from the ongoing West Asian maritime gridlocks. 9. Severe heatwave triggers interministerial disaster protocols. What happened? An intense, early summer heatwave pattern has gripped large swathes of northern, central, and peninsular India, prompting the Prime Minister's Office, PMO, and the NDMA to issue direct advisories. Key facts to remember. UPSC core concept. Heatwaves are quantified by the India Meteorological Department, IMD, when the maximum temperature of a station reaches at least 40 degrees Celsius for plains and 30 degrees Celsius for hilly regions, or shows a deviation of 4.5 degrees Celsius to 6.4 degrees Celsius from normal. Policy angle. Rising wet bulb temperatures are pushing the implementation of Regional Heat Action Plans, HAPs, to mitigate impacts on labor productivity, agriculture, and power grid loads. 10. Spices Board and Ayush Excel sign MoU for medicinal exports. What happened? The Spices Board of India and the Ayush Export Promotion Council, Ayush Excel, signed a Memorandum of Understanding to globally popularize Ayush products and medicinal spices. Key facts to remember. Institutional framework. The Spices Board is a statutory body under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Ayush Excel is backed by the Ministry of AYUSH to boost external trade. Objective: to streamline and elevate safety standards, phytosanitary compliances of organic Indian herbs and medicinal plant materials, ensuring they clear standard global non-tariff regulatory barriers. Thank you for tuning in to Daily Top Bulletin. Stay updated, stay prepared, and stay ahead in your UPSC and competitive exam journey. We'll be back tomorrow with another set of the day's most important current affairs headlines. Until then, keep learning and keep growing. Good night, and see you in the next bulletin.